Toko Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school boys basketball, where the Wapakoneta Redskins will take on the Jackson Center Tigers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, and NK Toko. You're looking live here at the Habitat of the Cat here in Jackson Center High School. My name's Brandon Coverman. Glad you can join us here on NK Toko Sports for our Saturday night out-of-conference battle between Wapak and Jackson Center. Let's take a first look for the Wapak Redskins. They're 6-6 under second-year head coach Trey Elkert. And really, if you take a look at this Wapak team schedule, you take a look at their full season, they're 1-3 in the WBL. They start off with a couple of big wins against Jefferson and Liberty Benton. They fall to Minster and OG. They go on a little bit of a run. They beat Rossford, Allen East, and Perry. Then they go on a three-game losing streak, losing to Bowling Green, Marion, and St. Mary's. And then they end up beating Van Wert before last night, losing by 2 to Shawnee. Under second-year head coach Trey Elkert, a 2013 alum here of Jackson Center High School, and the son of former head coach Scott Elkert, which we'll talk about occasionally here throughout the year. They are led this year in scoring by Zach Niekamp and Cash Shadell. Those guys are the two big scorers out to watch. Niekamp averages 11.2 points a game to lead them overall in scoring. For the Jackson Center Tigers, the Tigers on the other side, the Tigers are at 500. They fell last night in a heartbreaker in double overtime to the Anna Rockets. They lost 42-40. They split last weekend as well, so they've been on a little bit of a win-one, lose-one streak here for a while. Led in scoring by Reed Plattfoot at 16 points a game. And they have really, a tough schedule coming. They lose to Anna, play a good Wapak team here tonight. They play Botkins next Friday. They go on and play Fort Laramie, then Marion and Minster. So some interesting games down the stretch here for the Jackson Center Tigers. But it should be a good game here at the Habitat of the Cat. Let's kick it down to PA announcer Kim Metz here for your national anthem. We'll have the starting lineups and keys for the game here next on your home for Jackson Center Tiger basketball on K-Toko Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our four-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Welcome back here to NK Toko Sports. Getting here ready for our starting lineups here tonight on NK Toko Sports. We're taking a look for the Wapakoneta Redskins. First for them, number 1, Caden Page. Number 2, a 6'2 sophomore, Caleb Moyer. Number 3, the lead scorer at 11.2 points a game for the Wapakoneta Redskins, Zach Niekamp. Number 5, a 6'1 senior, Nate Metzger. And rounding out the lineup, the second leading scorer, number 20, Cash Shadell. The head coach of the Wapakoneta Redskins in his second season is Trey Elkert, a 2013 Jackson Center alum here coaching against his old high school. And now the starting lineup for the Jackson Center Tigers. Under first-year head coach Aaron Kloffenstein, a 5'11 senior, Xavier Lowe, number 20. Number 4, Lucas Highcamp. Number 24, junior Reed Plattfoot. And number 3, Lucas Hartle. And number 33, senior Trevor Huber. Again, the head coach of the Jackson Center Tigers is Aaron Kloppenstein. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio. First, taking a look for Wapak. They want to win the rebound battle. They want to have offensive paint touches and high energy here tonight with this ball game for Jackson Center. To be able to get off to a good start. They lose a low-scoring battle last night to Anna. They want to be able to win the rebound battle. They want to have good shot selection here tonight. Our men in stripes here tonight, as our officials are Scott Hartley, Craig Burden, and Jim Johnson. As we get underway, and the tip will feature Plattfoot against Shadell, and we are underway here in the habitat of the Cat as the Wapakoneta Redskins control the basketball to start the contest here. It'll be Caden Page out front. He'll flip the basketball over to Caleb Moyer. Moyer is up over to Niekamp, lead scorer of the Redskins. Ball is passed up, goes over to Moyer. Moyer on the left side, three-pointer off the mark. Rebound down to Lucas Heitkamp. Ball goes up to Huber, back to Hartle. Hartle trying to drive. Hartle through the defense. His shot's no good. Huber skies him for the rebound, tried to throw it off a defender. Heitkamp out there to Low. It's a Plattfoot. Plattfoot looking to go to work. Ball taken away. Back to Plattfoot, who fumbles it on the left side. Plattfoot back to Heitkamp, and Jackson Center will reset. Huber with it right wing. He's got plenty of space. Back to Heitkamp. Side, Plattfoot will get it out front. Plattfoot working downhill, and Plattfoot is fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot two. Reed Plattfoot out the line, they'll shoot two. And his first free throw is no good. Plattfoot's second free throw rattles around, no good. Empty trip for Reed. As Wapak works it around, Moyer over to Niekamp. Niekamp gets it back up to Moyer. Moyer driving on the inside. Moyer turns around, left-handed shot is no good. Plattfoot clears the board. Reed working up ahead over to Trevor Huber. Thought about a three, over to Plattfoot. Over to Lucas Heitkamp. As he mishandles it, but recovers. Heitkamp trying to drive on the inside. Heitkamp to the basket, no good. Gets his own board. Kicks it out, Reed Plattfoot. Plattfoot working downhill. His shot is good. Reed Plattfoot kicks off the scoring here. And Jackson Center leads 2-0 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard 2 minutes in. Moyer with the basketball. Thought about a three. Moyer will dribble. Moyer looking for a teammate. Is it up? Niekamp shot is good. Zach Niekamp drains the shot. We're knotted up at 2 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. We got a foul in backcourt there on Nate Metzger. And our crew, Scott Hardley, Craig Burton, and Jim Johnson. Heitkamp will lock it up as Moyer will backpedal. Inside, over to Low. Moves back around, Low. Over to Huber, he's wide open. He's going to step into a jump shot off the mark. Ball on the inside. Reed Plattfoot swipes it away. Plattfoot in the open court. Plattfoot to the basket. Tried to throw it down in the lane, but he'll get 2 free throws instead as a consolation prize. And look for that. Reed Plattfoot, probably a first-team all-county selection by the time the voting comes out here in less than a month. Will definitely probably be featured on that first team. Will probably be Coach Klopfenstein's representative, who he tries to get for County Player of the Year. You'd say he's a dark horse in it, along with a couple other players like Colin Dosek and probably Felix Francis lead in that running. I would say those three are probably the top three. As Plattfoot nails both free throws, he's up to 4 now. For the 6'6" junior. Ball on the right side, Niekamp, Moyer in the corner. Moyer goes back out to Niekamp, back out to Moyer. Moyer trying to go on the inside. Moyer kicks it out. Wapak over to Niekamp for 3. His shot's no good. Huber clears the boards. Jackson pushing the break. Plattfoot three-pointer off the iron, no good. Rebound down to Wapak. Wapak works around the arc. And there's a bucket and one. Coach Kloppenstein had an argument for a travel there. Let's get good and one. And go to the line will be Caden Page. Coach Elkert talking about pressing here after this made free throw. Caden Page gives Wapak the lead at 5-4. This Heitkamp brings the ball across the timeline. Over to Cooper Hartle in the lineup for Jackson Center. Heitkamp rejects the screen, works downhill and scores. Lucas Heitkamp with his first bucket, and Jackson Center reclaims the lead 6-5 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Redskins work the basketball around. Get the basketball up. It's over to Moyer. Moyer with it, looking for a teammate. Being patient, Moyer for a 3 from the right wing. It's no good. Heitkamp clears the boards. Heitkamp, outlet pass to Huber. Back to Heitkamp. Back over to Hartle. Hartle to Plattfoot. Back to Lucas Hartle. Off the roll. Plattfoot going to work downhill. Plattfoot's shot is up and in, and Reed Plattfoot has 6 points. Eight to 5 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Work on the inside. Shot is no good, but a foul. And going to the line will be Ryan Sadler. So Sadler will head to the line for 2 shots. Sadler's first free throw is good. Carter Kloppenstein and Xavier Lowe come back in for Jackson Center. As Sadler at the line this year is 71% free throw share. As a team, Wapak shoots 59%. So not the best free throw shooting by any means. And Sadler splits the pair there. Hartle with the basketball on the right side to Heitkamp. Ball goes back to Reed Plattfoot. Plattfoot back out to Carter Kloppenstein. Kloppenstein looking for a teammate, goes to the left side to Hartle. Back to Plattfoot on the Paul the Tiger logo. Plattfoot tries to kick it out, and that ball's stolen. In the lineup, Ryan Richardson, his shot's no good. We saw him earlier in the JV contest a little bit. Lowe with the basketball out to Hartle. Hartle gets a double team on him, and there's a foul. It's going to go against Wapak. Low with the basketball on the left side. Back to Reed Plattfoot. Plattfoot will stop in the lane, takes the jump shot, no good, and a foul on Carter Kloppenstein. We'll go the other way. 1:34 to go here in the opening quarter. It's 8-6. Jackson Center over Wapak on the First National Bank, first scoreboard. Here on NK Toko Sports, Saturday night action here in the habitat of the Cat. Wapak with the basketball. Try to get down on the inside. And try to work it around. And Cash Shadell. It's off over to Logan Holly in the lineup. Shadell for three, in and out. And again, it's Reed Plattfoot with the basketball. He's in the open floor. Plattfoot's got to kick it out to Lucas Heitkamp. Heitkamp for a three, no good. And there's a foul, late foul on Carter Kloppenstein. The guilty party there. Each team now with 4 fouls. We'll have free throws the rest of the quarter. Substitutions on each side. Zach Niekamp in for Wapak and Trevor Huber in for Jackson Center. Shadell with it in the corner. Niekamp drawing the test of Lucas Heitkamp tonight, Jackson's best defender. Shot in the lane, shot's no good. Low with the basketball. Tigers holding on to a 8-6 lead here right now, trying to close out quarter number 1 on a high note. Plattfoot to Huber, back out Hartle. Hartle trying to attack downhill. Hartle stops, gives it up to Plattfoot. Plattfoot from beyond three-point line, no good. We've played 8 minutes of basketball here in the habitat of the Cat. The Jackson Center Tigers lead the Wapak Redskins 8-6 here on your home for Jackson Center Tiger basketball and NK Toko Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Back here on NK Toko Sports as we begin the second quarter of basketball here on NK Toko. Again, glad you can join us here as you might be flipping back from this under the NFL playoffs right now. Basketball inside to Reed Plattfoot. Deep three by Hartle. It's no good, and a foul on Trevor Huber. First team foul of the quarter. I'd like to remind you that NK Toko Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Toko Cable and NKT.TV app on Channel 155, January 23rd at 6 p.m. And Channel 3 and HD on 503. February 5th at 8 p.m. and February 6th at 6 p.m. You can also watch more games live via pay-per-view through nktoko.com/sports. And more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktoko.com/sports. Again, you can catch all Jackson Center boys and girls home basketball games here on NK Toko as there's a three-pointer buried from the left corner. That's Cash Shadell who buries that. And a 9-8 lead now for Wapak. Huber with the basketball on the right wing. Goes out to Preston Sayer, who is in the lineup, played in that JV contest won by the Tigers. And Plattfoot loses it. It's going to be Wapak basketball. Turnover there on the Tigers. Camp drives on the inside, and he walked. Caden Page will return. As Richardson will exit out. Again, this is a homecoming again for Coach Trey Elkert. 2013 Jackson Center alum. His brother Christopher, a 2020 Jackson Center alum. A lot of success with their dad, Scott, as the coach. For when Scott is here, won a couple league titles, 2012, 2013, and Scott won another one in 2023. So Scott won 3 league titles as the head coach, numerous district titles in 2012, 2013, 2015, 2016, 2019, 2020, and 2023 for Coach Scott Elkert. The shots missed there in transition. The layup, no good. But Trey is the point guard of that state runner-up team in 2012 that featured Troy Opperman, who's on the other bench as an assistant coach, Andy Hoying as well. Alex Meyer, that team was very good. They got state runner-up to a very good Berlin Highland team. As Sayer's shot from the left wing is no good. Lost in state to Berlin Highland that year, who was a very good squad. But Jackson made it all the way to the state finals that year. Made it back to the regionals in 2013. Again, the next year for Trey's senior year, but Coach Elkert made it, and Coach Scott Elkert in his time in 2016 made it back to the state final four. They lost to Lincoln View in the state semifinals that year. And Christopher in his time, very good shooter. Take a look at the program. He had 125 made threes in his career. Wasn't the biggest guy on the floor, but always made an impact on the basketball floor. Did Christopher. That's well being worked up here. And the shot is good on the inside. Lucas Heitkamp with the made shot. Lucas Heitkamp now up to 4. We'll go through more of these and back a lot of old Jackson Center names here in a little bit. We'll all go Jackson Center's way. All-time lead scorers Brady Wildermuth, Aiden Reichert, second in all-time scoring here, but Andy Hoying and Alex Meyer, both over 1,000-point scorers in their career here. Drew Sosby is over an 1,000-point scorer as well. Trey and Christopher do not rank on the all-time top 25 rankings here for all-time scoring, but they were very good players. Shots no good on the inside. Rebound made there. Christopher had 125 made threes. Trey's 140. So ranked 3rd and 4th in school history in made three-pointers. Shot in the lane is good by Cash Shadell. And Shadell gives Wapak a 1-point lead. Plattfoot on the inside. He works and he scores. Reed Plattfoot with the old-fashioned 3-point play chance here. Christopher played 92 career games. Trey with 100 career games played. All-time leader in that is a 3-way tie between Gavin Wildermuth, Aiden Reichert, and Camden Reese. As Reed Plattfoot converts on the old-fashioned 3-point play. There. As it's a 13-11 lead as the scoreboard reads wrong, and now we're tied back up. Caden Page with the made shot. Chance the old-fashioned 3-point play. You see Coach Scott Elkert watching from the sideline, as it's weird to see that if you're a Jackson Center fan. And, he had 2 stints as coach here, sitting right next to old baseball coach Dave King, and he came in. Coach Scott Elkert came and was coached from 94-95 season all the way to 97 or 98-99 were his teams, and Then he came back and started coaching again in the 05-06 season. And coached all the way till last year, team that made the regional finals. Again, Christopher's story kind of ended on a sour note here with the COVID season. That Jackson team was supposed to play in the regional final, but that game was when the world stopped when COVID hit nearly 4 years ago. And Jackson Center was slated to play in a regional final, but that never happened, as many athletes got a sour taste in their mouth, including this Jackson Center team. They have a banner up there that says Elite 8 Unfinished Business. But you gotta love respect to that there, as we'll never know what would have happened with that season. We talked about that in the 2020 Army girls team as well, who could have won state that year as well. Back to basketball here. It's a 13-13 lead, or 13-13 tie here, excuse me. Here as Shadell trying to break the tie. No good. Plattfoot clears the boards. Highcamp with it. Over to Huber. Huber in the corner to Sayer. Sayer back to Plattfoot. Huber with it. Give it out to Plattfoot, who's going to take the three, and he buries it. Reed Plattfoot has been the source of offense here tonight. Plattfoot with a dozen. Highcamp with 4. Ball worked out on the left wing. Three-pointer is buried. Left wing Ryan Sadler ties us right back up. And Coach Trey Elkert wants a timeout. All timeouts this year brought to you by our sponsors at Precision Strip. We'd like to thank our sponsors there at Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schuderman, Dickman Supply, Allen Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Our scoreboard sponsors, the First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keyhole Pizza. Our all timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. And our player of the game, which we'll name at the end of the game for Jackson Center, is brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. As we come out the timeout, Jackson Center Tigers come in, and we named off all those players again. Troy Opperman, an assistant, was part of a lot of those good teams that Trey Elker was a part of as well. Alex Meyer, Andy Hoying, and Gavin Wildermuth was a part of that team as well. Jackson Center over the past really 10, 12, 14 years had a fair amount of success. A lot of it due to the man sitting on the baseline on the other side, Scott Elkert, who's still in the role as the athletic director here at Jackson Center. Tied up at 16 with 54 seconds to go to the half. Huber with it. Gives it up to Lucas Highcamp. Highcamp will kick it out back to the logo. Highcamp to Plattfoot in the corner. Hartle, hard shot fake over to Sayer. He's got a smooth stroke from the left wing. It's no good. Coach Elkert going to call for slow down here of the offense. Tied at 16. Going downhill, attacking and scoring is Caden Page. And Wapak takes a 18-16 halftime lead over Jackson Center. We'll step aside, come back to the first half. Stats and recap here next on your home for Jackson Center Tiger basketball. KTOCO Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Halftime here at the Habitat of the Cat here at Jackson Center High School. Our score, Wapak 18, Jackson Center 16. Let's take a look at our first half stats and recap brought to you by our sponsors at Grand Lake Health Systems. Here first taking a look at the scoring for the Wapak Redskins. We had 7 from Caden Page. They got 5 from Cash Shadell, 4 from Ryan Sadler, and 2 from Zach Niekamp. For the Jackson Center Tigers, they were led in scoring by Reed Plattfoot. Plattfoot had a dozen, and they got 4 points from Lucas Heitkamp. With 1 quarter of play, Jackson led 8-6, and now Wapak leads as the score stands 18-16. So Jackson Center hardly able to get any offense. The 2 guys able to score here through the first half. 1 half of play here between Jackson Center and Wapak, and both these teams trying to get back on a loss after both teams lost by 2 last night. As Jackson Center's next game will be Friday on the road at Botkins, another game that you can catch here on NK Toko Sports, as Botkins also one of our NK Toko schools, and it's been a joy at Jackson Center has joined NK Toko Sports in broadcasting all home boys and girls basketball games, also all home volleyball games as well in the fall. Thank you, Jackson Center High School, as you guys have some superb athletes to cover. And we really do enjoy covering your Jackson Center Tigers for you here on NK Toko Sports. So thank you for joining us, whether you're listening live or on our archive YouTube channel. You can catch all old Jackson Center games. We have a folder. It's Archive Jackson Center. You can catch a lot of old Jackson games for your viewing pleasure. If you didn't know that, as Wapak starts out with a double dribble. You can catch a lot of old Jackson Center games on our YouTube channel. Go into the archives there and take a look for your viewing pleasure whenever you get the chance to view and follow your Jackson Center Tigers. So 18-16 our score here again. Wapak ahead. Heitkamp, he's got 4 points here in the game. Lucas Hartle and Jackson are looking to get him going. He takes the jump shot, and there it is. Lucas Hartle with the jump shot. The 5'10 senior will knot us up at 18. Lowe trying to provide pressure. Tigers with the basketball. Take it baseline. There's a foul as Metzger tried to go across the baseline. We're knotted up at 18. And taking a look through the program, last time the Jackson Center Tigers have had a losing season was back in 2007-2008. Sitting right at the 7-7 mark right now, but just a test to the success that the Tigers have had here. So many winning consecutive seasons. Ball's on the floor. And we're gonna have a tie up. There's a travel. That's 15 consecutive winning seasons that have been rattled off by the Tigers. That's got to be the most in Shelby County. I have to take a look. But right now, Fort Laramie has a losing record, so anything that they're, tracking up in terms of winning season, as we have a timeout by Coach Aaron Kloppenstein. It's a 30-second timeout. All timeouts are brought to you by Precision Strip. But any winning season Laramie has is in jeopardy here from continuing on. I know Anna probably not, Botkins probably not, and I know Rushi had a couple losing seasons back-to-back a few years ago. So Jackson Center in a very strong basketball league in the Shelby County League, holding 15 consecutive winning seasons. Very impressive for Coach Aaron Kloppenstein and his squad. And again, we'd like to thank our sponsors here on NK Telco Sports there. Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Koki Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, the St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Our scoreboard sponsors, the First National Bank. The keys to the game, Keyhole Pizza. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Player of the game is brought to you by NK Telco, and our mid and post-game stats are powered by Grand Lake Health Systems. So out of the Precision Strip timeout, Jackson Center with the basketball. Knotted up at 18. Trying at 7-7, trying to get on the plus side of 500. Again, it said 15 straight seasons of winning basketball here in Jackson Center. Scrum for the basketball. It'll stay with Jackson Center, and Coach Trey Elkert pleading his case. Let's see. That conversation between officials, and the call's going to stand. That's the Tigers. Make a few substitutions. Cooper Hartle in the lineup. Lucas Heitkamp with the basketball. Heitkamp trying to drive, baseline to the basket, and Lucas Heitkamp scores. 20-18 our score. Coach Tracker still pleading his case. That official here after that play. Three-pointer here by Wapak is off the mark. Rebound goes down to Hartle. Worked up ahead. Heitkamp gets it into Plattfoot. Plattfoot looked to square up, but as soon as he jumped, realized it was a bad idea and just throws it away. Ryan Richardson back in the lineup for Wapak. Side, Wapak with the basketball, driving, kicks it out. Shadell off the screen. It's no good. Plattfoot skies in and clears the boards. Lucas Heitkamp on that right side. Plattfoot loses it. Heitkamp gets away with a walk there and misses the shot. Coach Elker telling us to move, let's get up the floor. Richardson shot fakes, and there's a hold on Trevor Huber. Preston Sayer going to come back in the lineup. Trying to work on the inside. They work it around the Tiger logo. Halfway through the third quarter. 20-18 our score. It's been minimal scoring here at best. Offenses have struggled here tonight. Trying to go on the inside there is Logan Healy. Healy will kick it out over to Ryan Richardson, left side. Over to Nate Metzger. Metzger trying to direct traffic on the inside. Gets it up over to Healy. He'll take the foul line jumper. It's no good. Heitkamp with the rebound. Heitkamp in transition to Cooper Hartle. Back over to Lucas Heitkamp to Cooper Hartle. Hartle for three. Got it! Cooper Hartle buries a three from the right wing. And Cooper Hartle gets in the box score. Now ball's turned over. Go back to Jackson Center. Substitution into the lineup. Caleb Adams going to come in, who played in that JV contest, along with Ryan Sadler is going to come in the lineup as well. Plattfoot will bring it up the floor. 5-point lead for Jackson on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. My name is Brandon Coverman. Glad you can join us here on NK Toco Sports. Plattfoot feeds Heitkamp on the inside. His shot is good. Lucas Heitkamp, great great quarter for him. He's got 4 points. He's got 8 now. Spin on the inside, kept his pivot foot. Got out to Kayla Adams. Side, Wapak. Look it around. To the basket. Shot no good by Adams. Rebound out to Plattfoot. Plattfoot looking to push the break. Over to Lucas Hartle. Over to Sayer. Out to Plattfoot. Plattfoot works on the inside. Sayer, deep three, off the mark. Ball worked on the inside. Deep three, Shadell is buried. Timeout, Coach Trey Elkert will take it with him. 1:43 to go here in the third quarter. Jackson Center leads Wapak 25-21. We're home for Jackson Center Tiger basketball. NK Toco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back here on NK Toco Sports, out the precision strip timeout. 25-21, and we see a zone out the timeout implored by Coach Trey Elkert. Tactic we see coaches often use to try to confuse defenses and force turnovers like that. Tip of that cap to Coach Trey Elkert right there. Gets a three, takes a timeout, it's a turnover. Imploring maybe a one-possession zone. Let's see if the Tigers can capitalize here. Shot up and good. Ryan Richardson with the bucket. And a 5-point swing for the Redskins. They're going to stay in that half-court trap. And let's get another turnover out of it. Hartle backpedaling. Hartle gives it up to Plattfoot. Plattfoot up to Lucas Hartle. Kicks it out to his brother Cooper. Off the iron, no good. Rebound down to Cash Shadell. Wapak up in the forecourt. 34 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Redskins working around. Tire take the lead on this possession. And Wapak going to be content holding for the last shot. Tigers got the arrow to favor them for the fourth quarter, unless there's a jump ball. Out front, Shadell, he's got 8, goes to the left side to Caden Page. Page trying to take Sayre to the basket. Spins around, goes up, scores, and one. Caden Page with the big basket. What a thunderous end to this quarter by the Wapak Redskins. You know what is a 7-0 and could be an 8-0 run here for Wapak. Near the end of the quarter, and the shot is no good. Rebound going to kick down to Heitkamp. It's not going to matter. We're tied at 25. It's going to set us up for a very good fourth quarter here. Now we're up at 25 here at the Habitat of the Cat. You're watching high school basketball on your home for Jackson Center Tiger basketball and NK Toco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Well, we're shaped up for a good one here on NK Telco Sports, tied going into the fourth quarter at 25 apiece between Jackson Center and Wapak. A 7-0 run for the Redskins to end that third quarter after they were basically lifeless. Jackson Center came out of halftime, scored 9 points, went on a 9-0 run, and Wapak swings back and gets an 8-0 run themselves to end the quarter. And we're knotted up at 25 going into the fourth quarter. It was a Cash Shadell hit 3, and now a turnover for Jackson. Cash Shadell hit a 3. Coach Elgert calls the timeout and pours a little half-court trap. And that's been something that has been working for Jackson. As Moyer with the basketball. Moyer brings it out. Moyer looking to drive on the inside. Gets it out, back to Moyer. One minute burned here in the fourth quarter. Deadlocked at 25. We're on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And my name is Bernie Coderman. Glad you can join us here on NK Telco. Coach Koppenstein wanting a travel there. Wapak being very patient this possession. Cutter on the inside to the basket and scoring was Caden Page. (27-25) now. Wapak ahead, a 10-0 run. Coach Elkert trying to amp up the energy for his team. Cross-court pass, Heitkamp to that right side. Blackfoot downhill, scores as it rolls around the rim a couple times, and that ends the Jackson Center drought. And scoring as we're knotted back up at 27 on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Carter Kloppenstein going to come back into the lineup. Shot. Richardson no good. Huber clears the boards. A trap here. Tigers to Plattfoot over to Cooper Hartle. He drives baseline, reverses course out to Plattfoot. The ball is hit out of bounds. It's going to stay Jackson Center basketball. Carter Kloppenstein comes back in for Jackson, and in for Wapak is Logan Healy and Nate Metzger. 5:28 to go here in the fourth quarter. Knotted up at 27. Doesn't get much better than this. High school basketball in January. Huber with the basketball. Goes back to Lucas Heitkamp. Over to Carter Kloppenstein. Reed Plattfoot with it. Plattfoot to Huber. Back to Plattfoot. Plattfoot back to Huber. The weave offense here by the Tigers. Kloppenstein versus course. So back to Trevor Huber. Back to Heitkamp. Back to Plattfoot. Plattfoot on the inside. Off the glass. No good. Rebound goes down to Caden Page. Page goes, and there's going to be a charge call. There, Lucas Heitkamp sold it. Made the official make the call. And Jackson Center gets the call there, and a little cleanup on the floor there of the sweat. If they're not, Lucas Heitkamp sold it. There, made the official make the call, put it in their hands. Jackson Center gets a turnover. Wapak amping up the pressure here, a little man-to-man pressure here in the backcourt. Highcamp being challenged by Caleb Moyer. On the right side, Carter Kloppenstein. Kloppenstein on that right side. Highcamp attacking downhill out to Kloppenstein. On the right side, cutting Reed Plattfoot, he scores. Reed Plattfoot continues his tear. He's got a sweet 16 points on the night. And the Tigers lead by 2 as we approach the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. On the inside, work around Moyer on the paw print of the Tiger logo. Inside, pass on the inside. Moyer going to take the 3. Moyer yet to score. Offensive board down to Wapak. Feet on the inside, and there's a foul going up now. Is it 2 shots? Yes, the official says. And going to the line now will be number 5, Nate Metzger. To score again. Wapak shoots 59% as a team from the charity stripe. It's been one of their struggle points this year. But no problem there for Nate Metzger as he nods us back up at 29. And as the clock continues to roll here, here comes a little early run and jump from the three-quarter court by Wapak. Jackson a little out of control. They get it under duress here. As Huber with it. Go back to Hartle. Hartle over to Kloppenstein. Kloppenstein to Plattfoot. Back to Highcamp. Highcamp to Huber. Left side, Tigers still working around, and Huber's fouled on the inside. That'll be the second team foul against Wapak. Plattfoot gets it. Out to Lucas Highcamp. Highcamp goes that right side, trying to get it in on the inside. Here goes Reed Plattfoot. Here comes the double. Working in Lucas Highcamp for 3 in the lead, off the mark. And it's going to be a foul against Carter Kloppenstein. And that'll be the team's third. That'll be Carter's second foul. Actually, his third foul. Team's second, so both teams now have 2 fouls against them. As that'll come to play a factor down the stretch here. In this tight ball game here. Doesn't get much better than this. Here on NK Toko Sports, attacking downhill, Caden Page is fouled. And Caden Page will head to the line and shoot 2 free throws to try to give Wapak the lead here. Caden Page going to the line. His free throw percentage is 60% on the season. He buries the first one. That's the third foul, also on Trevor Huber. Caden Page having a nice night. He is at now 11 points. As Moyer comes back in. Caden Page only averages 4.9 points a game, but having a nice night here for the Wapak Redskins as Coach Elkert trying to score a big win for his team to get him over the 500 mark. Jackson Center trying to avoid going under the 500 mark. These teams lost in heartbreaking 2-point fashion last night. Both teams trying to avoid going 0-2 this weekend. Plattfoot with it to Hartle. Deep 3. Got it! Lucas Hartle from the left wing buries a 3 with 2:04 to go Jackson reclaims the lead with 2:04 to go here in the game. 32-31, Jackson Center ahead of Wapak here on your home for Jackson Center Tiger Basketball and K-Toco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Back here on NK-Toco Sports, 32-31. The Tigers ahead of the Wapak Redskins, and Jackson Center gets a turnover. After a deep three by Lucas Hartle gave Jackson the lead here. And trying to hold on to this ball game here. The momentum here, probably for about the past quarter, has been all Wapak. But now comes the interesting part in the game. Plattfoot on the backside had Hartle for a moment. Give it out to Heitkamp, and Heitkamp had a clear lane to the basket, but he's fouled out front. That's the third team foul on Wapak. Coming in for Wapak, you're going to see probably a lot of switches here down the stretch. Caleb Adams and Ryan Sadler back in the lineup for Wapak. Huber trying to get it in. Huber kick it out over to Lucas Heitkamp. Back over to Reed Plattfoot. Plattfoot with it, and there's going to be a foul on Ryan Sadler. That's the last one to give for Jackson, or for Wapak. So Jackson will shoot free throws the rest of this contest. (32-31) our score. Jackson clinging to that 1-point lead. Sayre out front. Ball back to Heitkamp. He attacks downhill. Lucas Heitkamp. And one. Lucas Heitkamp with a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. And Heitkamp going to try to convert here. Heitkamp converts the old-fashioned three-point play. We got a 30-second timeout. All timeouts brought to you by our sponsor at Precision Strip here this year. And again, we'd like to thank the fine sponsor for sponsoring Jackson Center Tiger basketball all year long here on NK-Toco Sports. And we'd like to remind you, NK-Toco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK-Toco Cable or the NKT.TV app on Channel 155, January 23rd at 6 p.m. and on Channel 3 or an HD on Channel 503, February 5th at 8 p.m. and also February 6th at 6 p.m. You can also watch more games live via pay-per-view through nktoco.com/sports and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and nktoco.com/sports. Again, you can catch all past Jackson Center games on our archive channel after we post them on our YouTube channel. You can catch the replays on those NK-Toco channels that I just listed previously. So Wapak with the basketball, 50 seconds to go. Three-pointer knee camp, it's no good. Wapak's lead scorer has been neutralized tonight as Wapak decides to start using the fouls. We'll send Lucas Heitkamp to the line. Heitkamp nails the first one. 5-point lead now for the Tigers. Heitkamp trying to ice this down the stretch. He's got a dozen points. Make it a baker's dozen. 37-31 now. Jackson Center ahead. Trying to get to that plus side of 500. Wapak's got to work fast. There's a foul out front. Doesn't harm anything for Jackson. They had a foul to give. Freezes the clock at 37.2 seconds. This is Carter Klopfenstein's fourth foul. Niekamp gets the basketball. Niekamp high arcing three. Off the mark, no good. And a rebound down to Lucas Heitkamp, and Heitkamp with another chance to try to ice this game. Heitkamp at the line, his free throw off the mark. Heitkamp and Plattfoot both in double figures here tonight. They have 29 to 37 Jackson Center points. 5 go to Lucas Hartle, and 1 3-pointer hit by Cooper Hartle. Heitkamp nails the shot. He's got 14. It's a 3-possession lead now. Wapak's got to work fast. Ryan Richardson, the 3 off the mark. Trevor Huber clears the boards, but he walked. And I think that should be a travel. There was a foul called, and it's going to be Wapak's basketball. He walked, and I think that other ref on the other side was anticipating a foul, but I believe travel was the right call. Nice inbound play, lob play, but it doesn't work for Wapak, and Huber gets the foul. And will walk down to the other end immediately. Trevor Huber going to try to help ice this game, and Huber's first free throw pops out. The free throw by Huber pops out as well. And that's a foul on Carter Klopfenstein. He'll foul out, and Wapak will go shoot free throws on the other end. So Klopfenstein will foul out. Sayre will come back in the game. Free throw by Richardson is no good. And coming in the lineup, Ryan Sadler and Caleb Moyer. Also Nate Metzger. And one big story, Zach Niekamp, lead scorer of this team, has been neutralized pretty well tonight by the Tiger defense. 16.5 seconds to go. And an empty trip to the line because Heitkamp with the rebound, and he will immediately be fouled. And the teams trade 4 missed free throws in a row, 2 on each side. Jackson now a chance to put this game away. First free throw canned by Heitkamp. Lead extends to 8. Coming back in the ball game is Caleb Adams. Heitkamp trying to tie Plattfoot for game high honors is 16, and he does. Because Heitkamp cools a cucumber. Hits the shots, and that should do it here. Moyer hits the 2, but the fate is sealed for Wapak here tonight. They fall on the floor. It doesn't matter. Time runs out. The Jackson Center Tigers are back on the plus side of 500. They defeat the Wapakoneta Redskins from Moon City 40-33. Here, and you caught it here live on NK Telco Sports. Before we get to our wrap-up, we'd like to thank our sponsors. They are Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Koki Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, the Minster Bank, and the Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, the St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Our scoreboard sponsors, the First National Bank, Keys to the Game, Keyhole Pizza. Timeout sponsor is Precision Strip. Our player of the game, which I'll bring to you here in a little bit, is brought to you by NK Toco, and our mid and post game stats are powered by Grand Lake Health Systems. NK Toco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Toco Cable or the NKT.TV app on Channel 155, January 23rd at 6 p.m., and on Channel 3 and HD on Channel 503, February 5th at 8 p.m., and February 6th at 6 p.m. You can watch more games live via pay-per-view through nktoco.com/sports and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and nktoco.com/sports. Let's take a look at our post-game numbers brought to you by our fine sponsors at Grand Lake Health Systems. First, taking a look for the Wapakoneta Redskins. They were led in scoring with Caden Page with 11. They got 2 from Zach Niekamp and Nate Metzger. They got 8 from Cash Shadell, 4 from Ryan Sadler, and 2 from Ryan Richardson. For Jackson, they were led and tied in game high honors by Lucas Heitkamp and Reed Plattfoot with 16 apiece. Lucas Hartle had 5 points and Cooper Hartle with 3. And scoring after quarters, it was 8-6 Jackson after 1 at halftime. Wapak led by 2, 18-16. We were tied at 25 at the end of the third quarter, and that Jackson wins 40-33 here tonight in regulation and 4 quarters here on NK Toco Sports. It's tight back and forth battle. Wapak had some momentum there. Jackson took it back, and Wapak led with a 2-point lead. Jackson comes out of half on a little 9-0 run. Wapak closes on a nice 7-0 run to tie us going into the fourth quarter. It's back and forth. Wapak led the league had the lead until a huge 3 hit there late by Jackson Center, put them up ahead 32-31. And they really closed out full steam ahead as they end the game on an 11-2 run and get a 40-33 victory to go to the plus side of 500. Again, Jackson Center moves to 8-7. They'll be back in action. They'll take the short trip over to Botkins off I-75 and travel off I-75 down and go face the Botkins Trojans on Friday night. That's a game you can catch here on NK Toco Sports. Tentative JV tip time 6 o'clock. Dave Helmstetter will be on the call for that game. So if you're a Jackson Center fan, you can catch your Tigers in action on Friday night against the Botkins Trojans. For Coach Trey Elkert, he does not get a victory in his homecoming here tonight, but his Wapak Redskins fall to 6-7 on the season. They'll be back in action on the road on Friday against Kenton, and they'll be back in the area playing at St. Henry on Saturday night next week. So one more order of business before we leave here tonight. We like to name our player of the game, brought to you by NK Telco. Our player of the game for tonight is going to be Lucas Heitkamp from Jackson Center here tonight. I thought Lucas had a nice, well-rounded game. So did Reed Plattfoot. But overall, really, Lucas Heitkamp had a nice game here overall tonight. And he did a nice job start to finish here tonight in winning the game here for Jackson Center. So that'll do it for us here tonight from the Habitat of the Cat. Before we leave, we'd like to thank our crew here tonight. Frost and Ambergy back in the station. My name's Brandon Coverman. For the final time here from the Habitat of the Cat, the Jackson Center Tigers defeat the Wapakoneta Redskins 40-33. You've been watching a presentation of boys high school basketball here on NK Telco Sports.